dressed, I'm packed. It's time for breakfast, I suppose. I'll be eating at Animator's Palette this morning because that was my last restaurant last night, so you repeated again for breakfast in the morning. But I think first I'm going to head up to Cabanas just to have a bit of a look because I'm curious how busy it gets on disembarkation morning. I think mainly it's probably either people who had the early dining who missed it or people who have the late dining who need to get off the boat earlier. We'll go have a look. Goodbye, stateroom. It's time to go. One last check to make sure there's nothing left anywhere. It's almost eerie. Like, I've been up on deck when there's been no one here, usually in the middle of the night. But it's weird when it's the daytime. So this is how busy Cabanas is at 10 to 7 in the morning on disembarkation day. There were plenty of tables available, plenty of food available. There's more people here than I thought though. I didn't see these before. The pastries and the muffins. And then here's eggs and bagels and muffins. Heaps of tables. I mean, if we're being completely honest, I wasn't here at this time of the morning on any of the days, so I don't know how busy it was at 10 to 7 either. It was definitely a lot busier than this at 9 and at 10. Welcome back to Melbourne. These hot air balloons are pretty cool. So they've packed up all of the chairs. They don't want you sitting down. They want you off the boat. I got myself a chocky milk. I'm gonna enjoy it on the deck before I go down to have my breakfast. I don't know where to put my milk container. It's not a can, it's not plastic, it's not food. The ones down on deck 9 have a paper option, but apparently the ones on deck 10 do not. They're moving really fast. Well, I don't seem like they're going that fast now, but they did. Come over here so I can see what you are. Thick mini. Right, I'm off the boat, so now I've got to go find my suitcase, which is pretty easy to find. So this is Melbourne. It's pretty well signposted, you can't go wrong. Thank you. So my luggage was picked up overnight, obviously. I did just try and take a video to show you what it looks like where you collect your bags from, but I was advised it's actually a secure area, so I couldn't take any video footage there. But basically, there are flags set up that match your luggage tags that you're given on the last night. So when you're told that you can disembark, you just go to find the matching flag, and that's where your suitcase will be. It's also where you'll find the desk with all of the confiscated items from the beginning of the cruise. So if you've got anything taken out of your bag, that's where you go pick it up again to go home. Okay, so it was quite easy to catch the tram from the port into Southern Cross Station. Now I'm just here at Kmart that has a luggage storage company called Bounce. So I'm going to leave my suitcase here for the day and go explore Melbourne for a little bit. Okay, so apparently you do need to book that ahead, but it didn't matter. There was a QR code in the store that I just needed to scan and then book it in and make payment. That way when you go into the shop, they just scan your QR code and then you leave it there and it's already paid for. It's a pretty easy process if you know what you're doing ahead of time. And now I'm going to head into the Spencer Outlet Centre. Mainly I want to check out TK Maxx and see what Disney goodies they have in, because apparently they've been getting a few in recently. It's Christmas! That's adorable. How much is, I mean I can't take it home. How much is it? Maybe it's just a display box. To the handbags. Looking for lounge fly. Some Moana lounge fly. $70. That's a bit disappointing. I only found the one Moana lounge fly. Other than that, there was a Jimi Hendrix lounge fly, which is not Disney. Okay, I found a couple of things in gifts. $9.99. I'm guessing that's also, yeah, $9.99. Well, that's pretty cool. What is that? They're socks. Oh my goodness, the little Mickey head pizzas. Found one. That's beautiful. Also $69.99. There's another one. Right. That one's only $59.99. Cookie jar. I'm not going to try and pick it up one-handed. Phone holders. They're all $24.99. Some more. More night lights. What is that? Electronic helmet. $150 pretty much. That's cool. What else is down here? Another light. There's a Deadpool mug. a good thing my suitcase is already full because there's a lot that I'd want to bring home. Not just Disney stuff, like the Christmas stuff. It's just gorgeous. Look at this. These ones are in Stormtrooper shaped bottles. Some little kids' socks. Some long socks too. We got Frozen, Dumbo. Excuse me? How cute would this have been for the royal gathering? Get out of the way. Oh my goodness. How much is that? $50. Here's another one. Very Sophia the First. There is an actual Encanto costume here as well. $25. It does actually tell you what you get inside, but I'm not going to go through it all. Why ruin the surprise? But that's like a really good price for an advent calendar. And it's Shrek. But how cute is he? Just come into Typo now. Look at that. I'm sorry, but this should be the tea meme. had to leave Typo because I kept getting worried I was going to knock something over with my bag. It's a bit tightly packed in there. Now I'm going to head into Miniso because they always have little Disney things. Not as cheap as I was thinking though. Oh, these toe nuts. That's a bit cute. There's a lot of good pixie dusting stuff here. Wasn't happy with TK Maxx's lounge fly selection. These aren't lounge fly, but they're pretty cute. Cute. Some frozen drink bottles too. Okay. Piglet and Tigger are not Toy Story. They are Winnie the Pooh. Look. Aliens, yes. They're Toy Story, even though I'm not sure that's not the Aliens. I don't know what that is. Sully is not Toy Story. Get it together, Miniso. These are cute teacups. They're a nice shape. Oh, what's this? I'm not sure what that's for. Lucky there. Why doesn't Belle get a say? These are cute. Line box fridge magnets. They're only $7.99, so that's not too bad. So these are $4.99. A lot though. Sully. Tigger. Oh, it's not focusing very well. Alien. Oh, some of them are forks and some of them are spoons. I didn't realise that. They're $8.99 each. Cute. I don't know what I'd use that for, but they're cute. No? One's pens and paper clips and stuff. Oh, these are cute too. Slightly bigger containers. Why is that so cute? Magic. these big brushes are all $7.99. Oh, it's like it's snowing. Little perfume boxes. They're $22.99 each. Just trying to decide what to do for lunch now. My phone's going flat and I've left my battery charger in my other bag, which is back at the storage place. So it might almost be time to just pick up my bags and head over to the airport. We'll see how I go for lunch first. I don't even know what you're doing, little robot. Wow, that's full. Thank you. It's been a day, but I'm almost home. Just boarding my last flight now. Finally home. Just looking at my stash. No wonder I couldn't get my suitcase closed. So this is pretty much, with the exception of a few ears, this is stuff that didn't go on the boat with me, but came off the boat with me. Just a couple of final thoughts on the cruise. As always, I loved it. Always do. So a lot of people want the printout copy of the daily activities instead of using the app, and I understand that they want to just completely cut off from technology and the outside world and just focus on the holiday, and that's why they want the paper one instead of using the app constantly. But I did notice that the paper printout wasn't 100% accurate. So like, for example, I noticed on one of the last days, or on this day, it said Donald Duck would be appearing on deck 5 on midship, but it was actually deck 4. And this says deck 5, the app said deck 4. So the app probably is more up to date, whereas this, once it gets printed, they don't make any changes to it. So if there's anything that changes, it's not in here. Packing cubes, I don't see the benefit at all. I mean, it was just something extra to pack, something extra to zip up, something extra to get into. It basically just added an extra step to everything. And I didn't get any benefit from it. I mean, if it was the kids, if I had the kids with me, or if it was a longer trip, then maybe there might be some benefit. But if it's just me, I won't use them again. I mean, let me know if I used them wrong, but I didn't find any benefit to them. My suitcase cover, I loved that it made it so easy to find my suitcase all the time. Like, it was immediately recognizable every time I saw it. But again, it was an extra step. So like, particularly on disembarkation day, if I had something I wanted to put into it, which I often did, I'd have to completely take it off to be able to get into the suitcase to put stuff in or get stuff out or anything like that. And that's just a pain in the bum. You know, if I didn't have this on, I would have just been able to unzip a corner and jam whatever I needed in there. But yeah, with that on there, it just complicated the whole process, so it didn't make it any easier for me. Sense of Spa. It's always relaxing. It's a beautiful experience, sitting there overlooking the ocean, getting your nails done, getting pampered. It's lovely. Having said that, though, I probably won't pay for a manicure again, because I mean, like, my nails, they're already gone, because 2 days max after getting them done, and they were all chipping and coming away because I use my nails, my fingernails. So for me, a manicure is not really worth the price that they charge. Particularly Disney's prices, because they are that little bit higher again. Pedicure though, I probably would still get a pedicure done, because my toenails still look fantastic, and the whole process of getting a pedicure done to me is a lot more relaxing than getting a manicure done. So I'd still get the Fire and Ice pedicure again. But I'm hoping next time we get on board in September to go to Alaska, I'm hoping to be able to book in both girls to get a manicure once we board. It may not be possible because the Alaska census books up a lot faster on Alaska cruises than what it does on the Australian ones. So we may miss out. But it's something I think the girls would enjoy to do with me. And as I think I've mentioned it already, while on the app you have to be over 18 to book Census Spa, when you're actually on board, they do accommodate kids down to the ages of 4. So it's an alternative to Bippity Boppity Boutique, if that's something you want to look into as well. The onboard gifts, I like this. I really like this. It's a cute little cushion. There's a blanket, there's a scarf, there's the wall hanging. There's a bunch of stuff that goes in the onboard gifts that you can buy prior to getting on board, and they have it all set up looking all nice and pretty in your room when you get on. It's expensive. It's like, you can probably get much of the same quality stuff elsewhere individually for a much more reasonable price. But what you're paying for, I suppose, is that nice little feeling of walking into your room when you first get on board and having it all decorated and looking, really fun and fancy when you get on. I don't know if I will bother doing that again unless they happen to get something like an onboard package that looks really amazing that I really want. I'm probably not going to buy it again. But this one, because it's Christmas, it's not exactly my Christmas colours, but I love Christmas, so I sort of had to get something. And the goofy scarf's just beautiful. A goofy scarf. I mean, it's too hot to wear scarves, generally. But, I mean, this is not a very thick, heavy scarf, so I may still wear him at Christmas time. So one other thing I also did, which I forgot to mention while on board, someone posted on one of the Facebook groups that this scent, this fragrance from Kmart, it's just a cheap Kmart dupe fragrance, smelled just like the Atrium on board the Wonder. But meanwhile, my niece has this perfume, and every now and then I just get the smell of the Wonder when I was visiting her house, and I found out it was this. So I took both on board just to compare them to see if either of them did smell like the Atrium, and I can confirm this one's good, but this one actually is quite similar to the fragrance. But there's a caveat though, it's an aftertone. So as soon as you spray it, it doesn't actually smell anything like the Wonder, but 5 minutes later, it's spitting image, spitting scent, spitting fragrance. So this one is, it's just, I think it was from Priceline, just somewhere cheap. It's just a cheap fragrance that you can pick up somewhere. I'll put a link to it in the description. Also probably this one as well, just so you can compare if you like. There's also like someone over in the States commented that there's a candle that smells just like it. We can't get it over here unless you're willing to pay huge shipping fees. So I haven't been able to compare that fragrance to it yet. But give these a try and see what you think. If you've been on board, smell these and see what you reckon. Also, while on board, I did go through all of the shops, Mickey's Main Sale, Whitecaps and Sea Treasure, to show all of the merch that's available on board. I didn't include it in this vlog though, because when it was all put together, it was a good hour-long vlog in it by itself. So I've posted it to YouTube separately. So make sure you search it out if you want to see what's available to buy on the ship this year. A lot of it's much the same stuff as last year, but there are some new goodies as well. Definitely worth checking out. I am concerned that Disney is not filling the cruises enough, so I don't know what the future of Disney cruises in Australia is going to look like. Because if they continue to not be able to sell these cruises, then there's no incentive for them to continue coming. I know obviously there's already bookings being made for next year, and according to the New South Wales Port Authority, the Wonder is scheduled to arrive again the following 26-27 year. They haven't made any announcements about that. So if Disney decides it's not financially worthwhile, then they may cancel and we may not continue to see them. So I'm not saying book it or you'll lose it, because you know, not everyone's got the money to just randomly book cruises to ensure that Disney continues to come back. But I'm hoping maybe there will be enough changed up, or Disney will work out that people aren't going to continue doing the exact same cruise every year. They want to see some differences to make it worthwhile booking again. I mean, that's not how Disney does it. They've got their tried and true tested formula, and that's what they keep doing, and it's what has worked for them in all other areas. But I just don't think Australia has the population to sustain the same cruise returning every year. I mean, I hope it does. I personally would continue cruising every year. I just don't know if it's in the budget. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. Right now I've just got a bit of FOMO because people are just starting to book the adventure out of Singapore, and I really want to go on it, but we're sailing on to Alaska in September and then going to do a bit of Canada as well. I don't think we're going to have the funds to get on board the adventure immediately after returning, so I think we're going to have to wait at least a few months before we can get on board. We'll just have to see how well it sells compared to the Australian cruises, and we'll see if there's room for me on board when I can get around to affording it. But anyway, thanks for watching. As always, if you do enjoy Disney content from an Australian or New Zealand sort of viewpoint, make sure you subscribe, because I will post as much as I can. And make sure you follow me on all the socials as well. I'll put a link below. Thanks, bye!